lifestyle is your biggest expense. What if you could grow your savings simply by changing daily habits? This video shows 5 practical routines that curb lifestyle inflation without asking you to renounce comfort or joy. This is a practical, psychology-informed guide designed to help you build a stronger financial footing through behavior change rather than heroic effort. In recent years, the psychology of spending has shifted. Many drift into higher living standards as income grows, chasing upgrades they barely notice. This video explains how to interrupt that drift with concrete actions. Lifestyle inflation often starts with tiny upgrades, a bigger coffee, a nicer phone case, or a meal from a trendier restaurant. Each choice seems small in the moment, but your expenses rise a little bit at a time. Over months, those small increases add up to a noticeable difference in your yearly budget. Hedonic adaptation makes the thrill fade and you're left with higher bills. You begin to expect more, and the next upgrade seems reasonable because your baseline has shifted. The trap is subtle, but it's powerful. Social cues, online catalogs, and the lure of new and improved products whisper into your budget every day. Advertisements are designed to nudge you toward more, even when you don't need it. Recognizing that push helps you choose differently. Let's shift from passive spending to intentional routines that protect your future self. The goal is to design your money system to work for you, not against you. Small, repeatable changes beat heroic, inconsistent efforts. The first habit is to budget with explicit constraints rather than vague intentions. Constraints reduce decision fatigue and give your spending a reliable map. When you know the boundaries, saying no becomes easier. Create a simple monthly budget that reserves a fixed amount for needs, a fixed amount for wants, and a fixed amount for savings. This clarity makes it easier to say no when something doesn't fit. If life changes, you adjust the numbers, not the principles. For example, you might allocate 50% to essential costs, 30% to discretionary spending, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. If your mortgage increases or utilities spike, you revisit the numbers instead of letting them creep. Your plan should be resilient, not rigid. Whenever you consider an upgrade, you check whether it fits these constraints. If it doesn't, you pause and revisit the budget. This habit keeps your long-term goals in view during moments of temptation. Habit 2 is the 24-hour rule. This simple pause protects you from snap purchases and helps you make deliberate choices. It transforms impulse into thoughtful consideration. If you see something you want, wait a full day before buying. During that day, you write a quick note about why you want it and whether it aligns with your budget. The idea is to slow down enough for your future self to intervene. You can also ask what problem this solves and whether you'll still value it next week. Often, the initial urge fades or you realize you don't need it. The 24-hour rule is a simple investment in your future spending pattern. Habit 3 is to automate savings and create sinking funds. Automation protects you from mood-driven spending and keeps your goals visible. It changes your default from spend first to save first. Set up automatic transfers to a high-yield savings account the day after payday. Name the account so you can track progress toward goals. If you treat savings as a bill, you'll miss less and progress faster. Create sinking funds for categories like car maintenance, holidays, gifts, or annual fees. These are pockets you fund gradually, so you aren't blindsided by big expenses. Treat these transfers as non-negotiable, you'll pay yourself first. Over time, automation builds a cushion that reduces debt pressure and stress. It makes it easier to say no to unnecessary upgrades because you see the real costs behind them. The habit also reinforces a longer-term mindset. Habit 4 uses friction to slow impulse buys. Friction increases the cost of a spontaneous purchase beyond the sticker price. It shifts your decision from momentary thrill to mindful consideration. Decrease friction by removing cards from wallets, leaving cash at home, or shopping with a defined list. Penalties like waiting periods can also help. Simple frictions compound into meaningful savings over time. Turn on price comparison apps or set a rule that you must compare at least 2 options. This change shifts the habit from impulse to analysis. You'll begin to discover better value and fewer regretful buys. Balance convenience with consequence by asking, will this item still matter in a week? If not, you can defer or skip. Delaying gratification is a powerful money tool. Habit 5 is regular reviews and triggers. A monthly check-in helps you stay aligned with your goals and observe how your environment affects spending. Regular review turns insights into action. Set a monthly review to examine spending patterns, subscriptions, and social pressures. Look for subscriptions you rarely use and cancel those that don't matter. Reallocate freed funds toward your savings or a meaningful goal. Track triggers, situations that prompt unnecessary spending, such as after a stressful day or after a social event. Understanding your triggers informs better responses. You can design countermeasures tailored to your life. Use simple metrics like savings rate and net worth momentum to stay motivated. Celebrate small wins and adjust when needed. Keeping score helps you persist when motivation drops. Small changes compound over time. The compounding effect is quiet but powerful, and it starts with a single habit. Your daily routines become the foundation of financial resilience. Start with one habit this week, build toward a sustainable pattern. Consistency matters more than intensity. If you try to do everything at once, you risk burning out. Your future self will thank you for the discipline you practice today. The path to financial resilience is walkable and gradual. The work you invest now compounds into lasting peace of mind. Consider a few relatable scenarios where upgrades creep in without you noticing. You start ordering weekend meals only from trendy spots, swapping home cooking for convenience, and the extra cost becomes a habit you barely question. A new phone model lands on your desk and you justify it with productivity gains you never quite realize, while your old phone still works. A coworker gives you a gift that signals social status, and you convince yourself it's a reasonable celebration of your progress. You join a streaming bundle that adds another service for the niche show you'll watch once and forget, while your monthly bill climbs a little more each month. The pattern repeats in small choices: a slightly pricier gym class, a fashionable outfit that you wear once, a premium coffee that tastes great but costs more per cup. Each choice feels harmless, but together they raise your annual expenses. The key is to catch these moments before they anchor a higher lifestyle. Now consider financial decisions you can influence without denying yourself joy. You can buy fewer but higher impact upgrades. Instead of replacing a phone annually, you stretch out the cycle and upgrade only when essential. You can test a known value proposition, a durable kitchen tool that saves you time and money, or a subscription that actually saves you money by bundling services you already use. You can turn social events into budget-aware opportunities, propose a shared activity that costs little or no money, or set a cap on how much you'll spend on celebrations. You can also grow your savings by directing any windfalls toward investments or debt reduction rather than consumption. These shifts keep your social and personal rewards intact while reducing the drag on your budget. To make this concrete, adopt a simple weekly ritual. On Friday afternoon, skim last week's spending and subtract any new recurring charges that aren't essential. If you see a $5 to $10 item popping up regularly, ask if it's really worth it and look for a cheaper substitute or cancel it. When you feel tempted by a trendy upgrade, pause and recalculate the true cost over a year. Multiply the monthly difference by 12 and compare it to the big goal you're building toward, like a down payment or an emergency fund. If you're in a shared household, agree on a family budget boundary so everyone knows what counts as a want versus a need. Put a standing note on your calendar for quarterly reviews to adjust subscriptions and memberships. The more you automate, the less you have to decide, and the less you'll drift. Be mindful of common missteps that slow progress. Relying on willpower alone is rarely enough. The environment must support your choices. Saying, "I'll spend less next month," without a concrete plan tends to fail when life gets busy. Cutting too aggressively can backfire by eroding what you actually value, so always preserve meaningful pleasures in a controlled way. Ignoring debts or interest rates while chasing a lower conspicuous consumption misses the bigger picture. Hovering at a wall of invariance and not revisiting numbers means your plan becomes outdated as prices change. Another trap is letting others' budgets set your baseline. Your life, not theirs, should set your targets. Finally, forgetting to celebrate small wins can sap motivation. Recognize progress in tangible ways. Remember, the aim is not deprivation, but design. Your money system should align with your values and your future self's needs. Small changes, done consistently, stack into real freedom over time. Each habit acts as a guardrail against drift, turning everyday choices into evidence of your commitment. The more you practice these routines, the less surprised you'll be by how much you can accumulate without feeling left out. Your future is built with deliberate simplicity, fewer shocks, more control, more cushions, and more room to breathe.